games are a big part of my life. With my disability, it was one of the only things I could do. So it really opened up that door for me, and it helps connect you to other people in this world.
I can't do a lot by myself, but I can play video games on my own, which gives me a good sense of independence and achievement.
It's just a release from the monotony of the day. If you're not feeling well or you're uncomfortable, it takes your mind off it and gives me something to look forward to.
As a parent, it's made so much difference to Chase being able to access video games. It creates a level playing field. He can do an activity that he wouldn't be able to do in normal day-to-day life. But even better, with gaming, he can play alongside someone.
Special Effect are bringing families and friends closer together through video games. The setups we create are personalised, so people can play to the very best of their abilities. And this opens the door to inclusion and independence, confidence and creativity. Help us level the playing field and create many more magical gaming moments.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this mental bumper 4-hour stream extravaganza. I think James and I, by the end of this, are going to be absolutely ruined. So, first half... Wow, yeah, go to bed. First half of this stream, I'm sure you've probably seen all the adverts we've been throwing around on social media. We're raising money for a charity called Special Effect, who are based just up the road from me. They develop augmented video game equipment for disabled young people and adults. Quite simply, everyone needs to be able to play video games and enjoy them. They do an absolutely stellar job in the work they do. So James has just put the donation link in the chat. So if you do donate today, you'll be entered into the draw to win either a Tub Stuck, a Japanese copy of Shenmue on Dreamcast, which James has just behind him. We will also be giving away a Crunchyroll subscription for 3 months. And also Titch has got some stickers and a sticker sheet ready to give away as well. So you'll be entered in for 4 prizes, and they'll be drawn at the end of this half of the stream. But anyway, first and foremost, I need to introduce everybody who's with me today. First, I have James, the co-owner of the dojo. How's it going?
Hello, Matt. Yeah, all good here. Just crazy day. But let's focus on the donation side of things now with the Special Effect. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. And also, you may have noticed we have a third person with us today who you may recognise. Titch Life. How's it going?
Hello. Going great, thank you.
Excellent.
Yes. Pleasure to be here and for a good cause.
Yes, indeed. So what we're going to do...
Nice to have you with us.
I'm definitely good to have you here. We're going to play through Shenmue 1. We're going to start it from the beginning. Talk a bit about the anime and the comparisons to the games in the anime. Chill out, have a good time for probably be hour and a half. There'll be a break where we will be playing the video to GDC 2014. So if you haven't watched that video, good opportunity to watch it. Or
half of it.
Or half of it, yeah. And then around 8 o'clock this evening, James and I will be back for the blind watch of the anime. And again, we have not seen jack shit. So, no spoilers in the chat, please.
Instant ban if I see one.
Yeah. So there we go. Any questions for anybody, stick it in the chat. But we're all good to be here, see who's actually around in chat. It is quite an early start for us. So I've got Greatest Journey in chat. I've got Jody Moon in chat. Caxpis. Mike Franz has just donated to €25. Fair play.
That's dear.
That is, and we got the confetti going. Rogue Girl and Sega Dream. So, Mike, I'm going to quickly get you into the draw. Currently, you're winning everything.
Yeah, if we only get one donator, then you win the lot, basically, all 4 items.
And good to see you, Mike.
I should have self-prepared some confetti just to sprinkle it in front of me.
Just to throw around. Right, let's get this game rolling first and foremost. There we are. Yeah. The audio seemed a bit off then. Right, sod it. Let's start.
Thanks for that then, Mike. That was ace. €25 gets us off to a cracking start. Will that total bar thing update on its own then, Matt?
It should do. I will have a very quick look and see if I just need to reset it, because it can be a
Well,
bit...
that texture mod you got going on. Fancy.
Yeah, it's just updated now, in fact. So yeah, you've probably seen we have a target of £200. We're now 60% of the way there, which is ridiculous already.
Yeah, I mean, half of that's basically us.
Shh, don't tell people that.
Yeah.
りょうさん、
Good,
私は大丈夫です。それより旦那様が。
親父が
Guys in chat, can you just let me know that the game audio is okay? I was having fun and games with it before we came live. So if it's too loud, too quiet, can you let me know?
Live on YouTube? Yes.
Yes. We are live everywhere. He says rather hopefully.
No, good stuff. Yeah, we've got Mike over on YouTube. All good?
All good.
So obviously everyone's watched this introduction to the game about 1 million times, so this isn't really anything new,
But
I'm guessing, for anyone?
compared to the anime, though,
True.
how different is it?
Not far off, is it?
No, it's pretty one-to-one.
親父来る
From
な
what we've seen so far anyway, which is good.
もう一度尋ねる鏡はど
And
こ
it's the
だ
same voice, isn't it,
答える
Landy?
気はない
You're playing in Japanese, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Takai someone?
Sakurai or somebody? Teacher sat there going, I've watched the anime. And trying not to spoiler it for us.
Yeah,
true.
So, don't want to say anything.
Shenmue. On the website Shenmue_anime.jp, is it? What's that?
Yeah.
親父この野郎返答は
Let's
なんだ聞かれても同じ
see.
だ
Right. Takahiro Sakurai.
There we go. You did a better job than I did pronouncing that as well.
You right, man? And Titch does well pronouncing
よせ
all the Japanese names and
鏡を渡せ
honestly,
A northern twang.
no, honestly, you do. When I listen back, I'm
お
like,
前
she
の
nailed
息
that.
子を
Cheers.
I just butcher everything.
鏡は桜の木の下に埋めてある
Just seen Corey Marshall go live as well.
Oh,
Competition. for us.
how rude. Going live when we're live. Disgraceful behaviour.
超尊名を覚えているな
So,
超もうそんでお前が殺した
Sega's
男
given
の
a
名だ
shout out, which is good.
まさかお前は来い最後は武術家らしく死なせてやる
If anyone from Radio Sega's watching, I appreciate that. That's nice. Retweeted that. I'll retweet that with the dojo actually as well. Does anyone else do that? They've got icons at the bottom and they always click the wrong thing. Just
Oh, I
open
know.
Audacity.
I've got about 10 windows open on my PC.
It's all about firepower of your computer helping.
Well, it keeps my room warm. It's like having a heater. It's lovely.
Mine's the opposite, actually. I find like I get occasional like wafts of cold air coming out of my computer. Gives me chills sometimes. Sat here. Then again, my computer's about 12 years old, so I don't know. It was probably powerful back in the day.
許せ、お前一人残すことを。何言うんだ、親父。親父。友を。愛すべき友を持て。親父。親父。親父。
That's better. My headphone volume is ridiculous.
So, let's start talking, guys. So, I don't think we've ever asked Hitch when she first started playing Shenmue.
No.
When did you pick the game up? What are your first experiences with Shenmue?
Oh, I can't remember the year, but I remember it being around Christmas time, around the release. And I was really into Japan. Just the culture, the place, just anything to do with Japan. I was really into it. And I was a kid at the time as well. Should I probably say that first? Yeah, so
What was that based off of?
Oh, I don't know.
Before Shenmue, what got you into the Japanese culture?
I really don't know. A book was just in my house about Japan. It just turned up and I just started reading it and I just got really into it. All the interesting stuff like bullet trains and just that sort of all that technology that we don't have over here.
Yeah, it's like one of those like sort of Lonely Planet book kind of things, maybe.
I've no idea what it was. I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't remember what I had for tea last night, but I remember this Japan book really getting me into Japan. And then I just got into like Hello Kitty and things like that. And then that led on to Shenmue, mostly because there's a kitten in the game. So my dad said, oh, there's this new game coming out on Dreamcast and, you know, you might be interested in it because it's set in Japan. And you get to look after a little kitten. I thought, oh, perfect, that's great. So, you know, nothing to do with, you know, fathers dying and revenge missions. It was just solely based, ultimately based to, yeah, just on looking after a kitten. And that was that.
That's one way of getting into a game, isn't it?
Yeah, it worked, clearly.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's my origin story.
I think the game's just crashed on me. Very good. Yep, the game's just crashed on me.
That's a bit shit, man. At least you can skip those cutscenes when you restart.
Yeah. How weird. It's the first time it's
ever... got anyone from D3T watching? Here's a patch.
I wonder what crashed that. Oh well, I'll fix it.
Yeah, no, man, maybe we just got so much going on.
Possibly. Try again. It should be popping back up on the screen any second now. Yeah, how strange. Oh well. Let's start again.
Did we do a live stream? A live tweet, sorry.
I don't know actually. If not, we can do one.
Let me do. I'll pump a live one out because the only thing I'm thinking of is with the tweet. The time at the bottom says 8, which might be confusing some people.
Right, here we are. Game seems to be working now. How weird. There we go. So straight away, Ryo's anime counterpart is either stealing things or lying because this desk is empty. He had a boombox, tails, a bins bean, a 16-ton thing and something else. I only use cassettes. So what's going on here? Let's go in the drawers. And we've got his cassette player coming out here. Where's this in the anime? Cancel it. And then, what have we got?
Cancel it.
Yeah, no tape player, cancel it. Now this pops up in a different place.
It's Nozomi's got that one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nozomi's got that photograph.
It's on her desk. Really likes to flash his cash. Well, we say that, but he's also broke. And there we go. How's it going, Spags, by the way? Good to see you in.
Hey, Sparks.
And then
just realised we didn't do a live tweet, Sparks.
りょうさん、まだ起きては。
平気だよ。イネさんこそ大丈夫なのか？
はい。何かしていないとかえって気がめいって。
そうか。でも無理はダメだよ。
はい。
popcorn for the watch along later.
そうそう。これを。
Sounds good.
今日の分です。
Well, we've seen nothing. Absolutely nothing.
明日からは下駄箱の上に置いておきますので。
そういえば、福さんは？
福原さんなら道場にいると思いますが。
そうか。ありがとう。
I don't think I can be any more clear that we're live.
Live right now!
Okay. Live right now. Bloody Nikolai keeps posting screenshots.
I know, you've got to stay off flipping the socials, haven't you?
It's horrible. He's like, does it in batches of 4 as well, so...
人参の収穫も一本一本丹念にな。それをお前は粗末にできるのか？
How are you doing, Spags? You okay?
僕、食べるよ。
So Titch, can you continue? What was your origin story for Shenmue 2 now?
So Shenmue 2 I got a lot later. So my parents really sort of milked me playing Shenmue 1 as much as possible. And it did take me a while to complete it because back in the day, you know, I didn't have a game guide and we didn't really have the internet. So yeah, it kept me going for a while, and I started the Pester Power in the local game shop because we had like a second-hand section that was really good, and they had Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. It was a bit tatty, but every single week I'd go and look at this copy and be like, oh, you know, I'd really like this. I really enjoyed the first one, so you know, pretty please, can we get the second one? It worked eventually, I just had to get through the first game first, but I think because it took so long to complete, it was a worthwhile investment for them, so yeah, I ended up getting Shenmue 2.
You're going to be playing that for like an ungodly amount of time as well, probably.
Yeah, yeah, it kept me quiet, kept me out of the way. Yeah. And I did get it on the Xbox as well, a while later. Probably played it more on the Xbox than I did the Dreamcast.
Interesting, is that because of the dub or...?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think a lot of it came down to the dub and the fact my Dreamcast started playing off with it. Which, you know, you don't really want your Dreamcast going off in the middle of like a long play session without saving. Yeah, it became a bit unreliable, so I moved on to the Xbox. Didn't play Shenmue 1 for a while because my Dreamcast was ropey.
Makes sense. I did like the being able to transfer your save over the Dreamcast versions.
Yeah, I missed that.
It was always such a cool feature, which is a shame that they couldn't continue that, I suppose.
They intended to, didn't they?
I always think how... Yeah, I mean, I always think how amazing it would have been if we'd have done like the full 16 chapter bollocks and, you know, transferring your saves between 6 potential Shenmues. Is mental, isn't it, really?
That'd be mad, wouldn't it?
It still kind of blows my mind even now when I think about things that you've collected in the first game not having a use until the 6th. I can't think there's any other game series that has done something like that.
No.
No,
that I'm aware of.
You'd struggle, wouldn't you? Can't think of any.
Like, imagine if we get a use for the white leaf and the mysterious scroll or whatever in the last game.
Oh, we've got a use for this.
Scary. That's like your Sega Saturn.
Yeah. The old cameo it made last week.
Is that a new texture, or has the TV always had that little glare on it?
I think it's the texture. So for people in chat probably wondering, I'm running mods on this as well by Streamer 2K, so it's like sharpened everything up basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm looking at. I'm like, oh, was that there before? Like, it gives that a nice effect on that TV screen there.
Hey,
and I
Dave.
did notice when you were in a WoW's room, there was like a picture on the wall that I didn't recognise. But I don't think they've done those textures. Maybe they have, because those are a bit more clear as well, whatever that is, that PNG.
And the posters have been redone.
Like Virtua Fighter. They're like Virtua Fighter moves, aren't they, on the wall there?
And then Fukusand Piggy Bank.
Yeah.
Hey there, Dave. Any reasons and theories why we haven't heard anything about Shenmue 4? No. We've got lots of theories.
I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna hear anything until after the anime. To be honest, I don't think. Is there any benefit to them doing it at the same time, or could one piggyback off the other?
Do it at the end if you're gonna do it. Like, I mean, I can't see this happening, but can you imagine if they turned around at the end of episode 13 and they like have a little trailer on the end of the film, or the hey, bye, Neon as well. Thank you for the follow.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna pull that alert box up a bit. Actually, I didn't know where it was.
Not likely to get any leaks. What do you mean, Spags? Of like for Shenmue 4?
Yeah, I'd be surprised. But imagine if they, at the end of episode 13, just whacked it on the end of it, like a sort of Marvel sort of thing that they do at the end credits film, Shenmue 4 coming, and then a date.
Yeah.
And that, they don't need to say anything else, they don't need to show any gameplay, just Shenmue 4 coming, blah.
That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
That
like you say, like a Marvel thing, like a video after like the end video. It's like really, really heading away. You got credits, then new Suzuki message, and then like a
there we go.
I don't know, something else.
And Spags is right. He said that you did say he had something to announce this year. We don't know what that is. We just know that Wisenet have been working for the last, well, it's coming up 2.5 years. Something's kept those lights on. Whether it's Shenmue or not, we don't know.
Interesting to see what happens this year.
What do you reckon, Titch? Shenmue 4 this year or not?
Don't want to get my hopes up too much. I'll be made up though. I have a feeling. I don't know. A good feeling.
I've got a good feeling about things. I think we're like really in this big Shenmue boom at the moment, aren't we? With the anime, ongoing anime series. I think until that's finished, the next weeks aren't. It's just all going to be constant Shenmue stuff, and then I think you can judge things then after that where we're at. Probably like eyeing up the E3 this year, whatever it is, in June. How long after the anime is that?
Because the anime's due to finish what? End of April, isn't it? Early May,
End
isn't
of
it?
April. And that's in June, right? The E3.
Yeah, normally. I don't know if it's online or it's in person this year, actually, E3. I haven't read anything about it.
蘭亭と呼ばれていたやつだ。親父と何を話してた？鏡をよこせと。俺、その後、道場から放り出されて、黒い服のやつらはなんて名乗ってた？それが突然現れて何も。そうか。ありがとう、福さん。
How or where would they?
どんな些細なことでもいい。何か思い出したら教えてくれ。りょうさん。なんで
people still tune in to watch the stream, don't they, right?
りょうさん、どこに？まさ
millions
か
of people watch E3,
あいつらを探しに。
I don't think it's got popularity.
やめてください。先生を倒したほどの者たちですよ。
2015 was the peak.
俺の目の前で
I mean, come on.
親父は殺されたんだ。
Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 7 remake and Shenmue 3. Like, how do you
親父のためにしてやれることは それしかないんだ。
I think you struggle.
Never been as good since, but then is that just our take?
I think it's lost prevalence, E3, because Sony pulled out of it, 2 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
Nintendo aren't particularly bothered. They do their own sort of Nintendo Direct stuff these days, don't they? It's only really Microsoft to turn up.
I think that's probably why. That's why it's dead, isn't it? Because those two big names are doing their own thing.
It's a shame, because I used to love E3 season. You'd sort of get...
See, would it not have been more beneficial then for E3 instead of like if it was all the cost? Like, what's the point in spending millions to showcase our games when we can do it for free? Could they have not turned around and said, okay, well, we're not going to charge that much anymore?
I mean, traditionally, a long time ago, this is going years back, E3 was a press event. It was a press-only event, then it sort of expanded itself out into like being a public event. And I don't know, it's gone downhill for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know what's happened to it. I can't put my finger on it. It just doesn't. People don't seem as bothered. They just don't seem to care about E3. Whereas you look at something like Gamescom, and then also you look at these. You got the Summer Game Fest, and you got bloody Game Awards now. I think they've embraced that social media streaming platform. Where E3 just didn't.
I think people get excited for the Game Awards actually.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of like world exclusives and stuff going on in that these days.
I say get excited. I mean, we've been sat here trashing the living shit out of most of the stuff they show.
But to be fair, we did with the other stuff though, didn't we? Like E3 and Gamescom or whatever. I did quite enjoy that Game Awards, the one that's just been on. Which is like probably half a year ago now. Dave Unknown says 2000 E3 was the best. GameCube, Xbox, PS2 and Dreamcast. Really wish we could get another company in the mix to stir things up without being a streaming service. Google Stadia then. Not them.
Oh, don't say that, you'll get shot.
I quite like the Stadia, Ever since my mate bought it me for Christmas, I was like very skeptical, but then actually using it. I mean, it helps that I got it for free, but it's not a bad service. I don't think it's the future, or at least not the future yet anyway.
I don't know, because Microsoft are pushing their Gamer Pass quite hard. I mean, I've got it. James, you got it. Titch, have you got it?
No, I don't even turn my Xbox on anymore. Just want me having it. Do you get stuff on Windows with it?
Yeah, you can get PC Gamer Pass, which is a bit cheaper.
So that's tempting.
A bit more expensive, right? Oh no, that's the combined one. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Ultimate's a bit more expensive, where you get the cloud-based service as well, so you can sort of run around and play it on your phone. I don't know.
Do you only play on your PC these days, then, Titch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Typically.
My Switch.
Oh yeah, Switch.
See, that's another question. Shenmue on Switch, like you can watch the anime on it, which is further than Sega have got putting it on it. Why haven't they? What's the issue here? Like, there's a market for Switch, surely.
Hey up, Peter Wilson.
How's it going, Peter?
Our shiny silver medal, mate. Yeah, I don't know, Matt. I just think that's all dead in the water now, isn't it? For some reason, the remasters are long gone.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're like 4 years off remasters being released nearly, but you'd have thought they'd have thrown it to Switch. I mean, you look at a lot of Sega's titles on there, they're classics. They're all there, and the Switch has got the market for it, I think.
Yeah. It's easy enough it's seemingly easy enough for these companies to do that. Porting bollocks. Because there's everything on the Switch at the moment, isn't there, really?
Pretty much.
It's a great little console, the Switch, as well.
Right click and save as. Make a Switch version, surely. That's the way I think about it, to be fair. Just when you change your file extension from like .jpeg to .pa and it says, are you sure you want it? It might make it unsupported or something. Just change the .xbox to like .switch and press enter. It might not work, but it might work. Okay, it works.
It's weird. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
I mean, how do you do that? Can we like ring D3T up live on stream? That would be ace, wouldn't it? Imagine if you could do that.
Just ring their office. Right, Shenmue,
it's the hotline.
Switch. What happened?
Breaking news, guys. They said it's possible. They're looking into it. Whoa! What happened? Did we get a donation?
No, I was celebrating the possibility of Shenmue on the
Let me
Switch.
put that link in chat again. Ah, I've got a different link now. Again. Copy and pasting.
Hey, Ducks. You've asked a very good question there, actually. So what we're doing at the moment, until probably about 7:15, is we're streaming for Gameblast 2022. So this is raising money for charity called Special Effect, who augment video game equipment for disabled people. They use like, things like eye gaze technology, modified controllers, you name it, they pretty much do it. So we're doing that until probably about 7:15, and we'll have a little sort of break. We'll leave the stream running and play a video in between. And then around 8 o'clock, James and I will be coming back to do the anime watch along. So we won't be showing anime footage because we will get shut down for that. And I've been seeing a lot of videos being pulled off of YouTube fairly recently and getting copyright strikes for showing footage. Yeah. But we're going to watch it along. So if you haven't watched it yet or want to watch it with us, come back at 8 o'clock or whatever you want to do. And that's when the anime stuff will start. Yeah, even if you've seen it, because we haven't. We're completely and utterly blind. Titch has seen it. And how many times have you watched it? Is it up to 5 yet?
I've not beaten that record, I'm afraid. 1.5. Well, not even a half today. Because I'm making notes on my second watch through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't think I'll ever top that first watch through. Plus, it ends on a high, and it's just so good. It's just got that watchability.
Yeah. Let's watch them all again.
Okay, so
Duck's already watched the episode. Cool.
Thanks, Spags.
Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it.
For the 25.
Whee. Wow, nice one, Spags.
So
you're in the giveaway then, Spags.
You are. I better enter you in.
So it's just like any new people that are watching us at the moment. If you click that link I put in the chat there, if you donate anything at all, I don't know what the lowest amount you can do. I don't do a penny, like do at least £1 or something, and you'll be in the giveaway to win a few items we've got. So I'm giving away Shenmue 1 limited edition Japanese, and it's got the jukebox CD as well. So I think this was the limited edition version, unless this was just how
I can't remember.
Became Japan.
I'm giving away Crunchyroll subscription for 3 months and a tub stuck. And Titch, what have you got?
I've got a set of my sticker sheets, which James has also got in the background, and also an A5 print of your choice.
Ooh.
And the design of those are on my Etsy listing, which I will throw a link of in the chat.
Go for it.
So you can see what the designs are and then pick one of those and it's all yours.
So there we go.
Oh, awesome.
So at the moment...
quite funny as well, some of them.
Yeah, they're good.
One. Little cat collar on.
Yeah, so... What's the word? A reference to when Rio says she looks like a cat.
The S, scroll down. Maybe I should catch another.
Worst pun ever.
Just cheesy stuff like that. And that's a pretty cool one. I like that one with the cat name choices.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Now the cat, I'm sorry, the cat is always called Mimi. Anybody who calls it anything else is wrong.
Yeah. Mine's always Mimi.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is. Why did we always pick Mimi?
I don't know. I always just pick Mimi. It was just, I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I think it's the one that Megumi likes the most as well, isn't it? Like if you pick one of the others, she's not too keen, but if you pick Mimi, she's like loving Rio.
Thanks, Pete Wilson, for the £5 donation. You are in.
Yo, Peter, nice one, man.
And every time you donate, Titch will unveil some virtual confetti.
Virtual confetti, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if it just kept going on and just all this confetti.
No,
I made sure
don't
in the
worry.
settings it didn't do that. Deliberately checked.
Build up.
Don't worry, Peter. Every little
No,
bit
that's
in.
massive, that is, mate. Appreciate that, Peter.
Yeah, save it. Fuck, what?
True.
One of the Kitchen Brothers just thrown in $100.
Oh.
Man, oh man. Shit.
That is amazing. Jesus, mate. Thanks for that.
You.
Really appreciate that.
That is awesome, man. Thank you so much.
That's taken us over the goal then. Miles over the goal.
Well, actually, we've had 4 donations, so people are winning 1 prize each.
Very good, very good.
So
maybe you can decide between yourselves which one you want.
I think they should have a WWE style Royal Rumble. Oh dear, yeah. Energy bills, Christ, yeah, I know. Don't even start that.
Definitely a Kitchen Brother one. It's not just a kitchen.
Just a kitchen.
It's a fridge. Power my house is going to be like powering an ice ring in the Sahara, Peter says. I'm a bit of a bastard with me heating. I've got like I forgot what it's called actually, but it's not like a portable radiator thing because it's actually like on my wall and plugged in, but it's apparently they use a lot more energy than an actual connected radiator.
Hey, Alan Holman, good to see you, bud. Rio's a true hero for all time. Yes, he is. Damn right he is. Right. I can't remember what I was doing now.
Yeah. Matt was saying that, Spags.
Yeah, mine pumps out heat like anything. The processor runs really warm.
Yeah, that's awesome on this, guys. So I'll shut the link again. I'll try and keep doing that like every 5 or 10 minutes or something. But that goes directly to Gameblast, and I think if you're in the UK, you can do that gift aid thing, can't you, Matt?
You can, so
which is worth doing. So, go on, Matt. What are you going to say?
I was just, no, carry on. I was going to say about gift aid, but you go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So I noticed when I did £25. Oops. AVG just blocking my screen there. When I did £25, it added an extra £6.25 this gift aid, which is pretty cool. So, like I say, yeah, I think you just have to put your address in when you go to donate. But definitely worth doing that if you're in the UK. Anyway, you're a taxpayer. I think you've got to be a taxpayer.
Yeah, I think you have to be a UK taxpayer to do it, and then away you go.
So, I did say to Matt, let's try and get to where the anime is at the moment in the game, but obviously the anime is flying by, so you're going to have to complete the game, really, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to do 3 discs in about, what? How long have I got?
An hour.
Not even that.
Well,
I've got about half an hour, 40 minutes. Yeah, that's probably not happening. But I suppose this is the difference, isn't it, between the anime and the games? I mean, I'm trying to think when I first played this, how long it took me. I don't know, 20-ish hours, I think was fair, I would say. James? Yeah. About the same?
I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get in the crevice of my memory to figure out, like, occasionally I can think of things that I remember thinking about on my first playthrough, like, where do I go? Or, you know what I mean? That kind of... Because obviously after you complete the game, the second time you play it then on, the game's spoilt to a certain point that you know exactly where to go to, apart from, like, stumbling across secret scenes or whatever. But there's, like, obvious things that I remember, like, not knowing about the antique store or something like that, or getting the key out the drawer for the the scroll thing. It seems dead easy now, don't it? Like, just take the scroll off. But at the time, I remember exploring quite a lot to find these things that you need to get into the basement. I never particularly got stuck in the game. I know these people that get stuck on that forklift thing, don't they, where they go the wrong way?
Yeah,
it's like a glitch.
Yeah, it's a bug.
I remember doing that. That wasn't on my first playthrough, but I remember doing that on like my 6th or something like that. And I was like, "What is going on here? Why do I keep playing the same game day over and over?" Before realizing I was going the wrong way.
So, Titch, for you, how long do you reckon first playthrough?
For about like 20 days.
20
I'm trying to think of the... yeah.
What, non-stop?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think the parts I really got stuck on, I couldn't find the tattoo parlour because it was tucked away in those apartments, wasn't it? I really struggled to find that, I remember. And I probably also struggled with that forklift glitch as well, because I probably thought I was playing a different day every time, not realising it was the same day over and over.
Trying to remember how many days of work you've got to do. I thought it was only 5, and it's like the 10th day.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, because when I replayed it when I got a bit older, I thought there was more forklift days than just the 5. So that was probably why I probably unknowingly got stuck in that glitch as well.
And I suppose if you don't know about which way to go around, you might be thinking it's just one person you keep missing to talk to. So like you're constantly speaking to everyone, running back and forth just in case you didn't trigger a cutscene somewhere.
It's funny. I remember my first play, and because on the passport disc you could pop the disc in, you could look at how, even to the point I think it told you how many hours you'd put in at the time. I might be wrong, but I'm sure.
It does, man. Big data review thing.
And I can't remember what it was in there, but I remember on my first play, you check the cutscenes off as you go. So I was sort of going in there, periodically looking, going right, cutscene, great. And I finished the game, and I had one flipping cutscene missed. Just
probably
one.
the Nozomi at Christmas.
Yeah, or something like that. I can't quite remember what it was. And I remember just being pissed beyond belief. So I literally restarted the game immediately. Because I wanted that
to try and find it, track it down. It's the same with the music as well. There was always like at least one track in the music list that was like question mark for me. But no, that's a good point about the data review thing. We did on Superpass have like a dummy save file of how the data used to look like, and there's some insane things that the game's constantly tracking, and I'd imagine it's still doing the same in the D3T version, because they're not going to like delete that code, are they? So it must be tracking daft things like how many times you bumped into a wall, how many people you've interacted with, and the way they did it is an accumulation as well. So you'd have like this data's save file, and then it kept track of like the stats from every playthrough. So if you played the same with the same VMU, it would say like your combined playtime's like 100 odd hours, and you did this in 9 hours, say. I think the fastest I completed the game is like 13 hours once, from start to finish.
I'm sure there's a limit, isn't there? Because Shenmue 2 you can speedrun in a couple of hours with all the glitches, can't you? Like the stair glitch and other bits and pieces. But this you can't, can you?
There's only one glitch that people use in it, and that's skip the disc 1 thing, where they go up the stairs halfway and do some trigger thing and then run around the whole map or something, and then you can get on the bus. I don't know if you've seen that.
I didn't know about any of these.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. You've got to do like, it's something daft like stand at the bottom of the stairs which go up to Sakuroka, and then where the park is in Debuita, just on the corner of the arcade. Those set of stairs there, it's like go up 14 steps or something, turn around and just, I don't know, wiggle a little bit, and then you float in the air, and then you run across the whole map, and you have to run all the way around it or something.
I don't know if...
And just to get around the triggers.
I don't know if Joe or George are still in, because I know I think Joe was the one who put it on YouTube first.
Possibly was, yeah. The first time I seen it was Puri Puri or something. That speedrunner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him do that stair glitch thing to skip disc 1.
And I know A1 Major did it as well in a speedrun. I can't. There's somewhere on the internet. There's like a bank of all these like records of people who have like speedrun these games. Because Shenmue 2, I'm sure you can do it in under 2 hours. Because I remember Peter trying to do speedrun Sundays.
And like, Peter might have done it, to be fair, as well.
And you.
He got really angry, didn't he, sometimes as well?
He did. I mean, you can see why, because you get stuck on the tree in Shenmue 2, or you completely, like, you mistime a glitch. That's it. You've had it, haven't you?
He had, like, a whole stream dedicated to that one run, didn't he? Because could you do it in 2 hours then? You could do it in Shenmue 2 in 2 hours, right?
You could do it in under 2 hours, because I'm sure the world record's like an hour 50 or something.
Which doesn't make sense, does it? When I don't think there's any skips in Guilin. So you've got to do the whole Guilin section, which is like an hour anyway. Well, that, Shenmue move on kind of bollocks.
I remember that. He got the world record off stream.
And then the same night or the next night or something, he was beaten. Which is funny. It's not funny, it's a bit harsh, but it's like, I think A1 Major, like, beat him by 20 seconds or something the next night.
You'd be pretty pissed though, wouldn't you? Do it off stream in a practice run. And then you go and try and do it on stream. I can see why you got upset. I'd get upset.
Those were good times, though, they were. We should, like, rekindle the Shenmue Lounge or something.
Oh, God.
What was the other theme day he did? He did Speedrun Sundays or something, didn't he?
Speedrun Sunday. And then there was, I can't remember, there was something else. Was it a Thursday, or am I making that up?
Remember Spags? Doesn't ring a bell.
No, it doesn't for me. But I remember him doing something. Because I used to watch his Thursdays quite a lot. Anyway.
I know he was like obsessed with Hang On as well.
And the Hang On glitch. Hit the G. Get 20. Was it?
You're not too bad at Hang On, Matt.
All right.
Thanks having a go.
Yeah, I'll play some darts and I'll have a go.
I'm sure you've done it on stream before, haven't you? I've completed it on stream.
Yeah, with the glitch.
Or got close.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it without the glitch, can you? In this, because they changed the tracks or something and kept the time limit.
I don't know. Is the honest answer? Because
I remember Peter saying something about that. Or it's like almost impossible. You've got to make every bend.
It's got to be like nigh on perfect, hasn't it?
Okay. How far have you got, Titch? Hang on. Space Area's a bastard, isn't it? It's like 18 stages or something.
I mean, no further than like the first checkpoint on Hang On.
Really?
Please, I'm terrible at them. Yeah.
I remember seeing someone stream, I don't think it was you, but playing Outrun in Shenmue 2 and not knowing that you've got to shift gear. So it was like just constantly, like doing 20 miles an hour or something and not making the first checkpoint.
Me on my Shenmue.
I don't think it was you, was it? Was it?
One of the
I don't think it was you. It feels like it was ages ago. No, the Outrun the car one, the Ferrari car one.
But I did on my Let's Play, I think. Was it Hang On? The one with the motorbikes, that one. I didn't realise you were supposed to accelerate. So I was wondering why everyone was speeding ahead and I was like miles behind.
Oh, yeah. I remember something like that, yeah. But you got it, you did get it in the end.
Yeah, only after
I've
someone
done that
told
myself.
me.
It's easy to do on Outrun if you've not played it for ages.
Yeah, it is actually. Hey,
I remember
Frankie.
doing it at one point, forgetting, because it doesn't tell you, it doesn't prompt like press B or whatever to change gear.
It doesn't. It's just. It's
hey, Frankie.
Just like, what are you doing? But I've seen it as well. People that play it at the arcades, or whatever, and they're like, "Why am I not going anywhere?" And you see, I haven't moved this because the arcade cabinets have the stick shifter. And you look at that's why. But it doesn't tell you anything. Where's dart score?
It might do if you press start.
It probably
Because
does.
I know on Space Harrier you can there's another button on Space Harrier to like change the the flight controls.
Oh, you can invert the controls.
Inverted controls.
Can't you?
Because I think the default's inverted.
Hey Nudges, how's it going? And
I
welcome.
I don't know if it's possible on the Dreamcast. Must be. Like you can put an arcade stick in and play Space Harrier with the arcade stick.
I'm sure it
must be able to do that. Yeah.
Good Nudges, how are you?
But I do much better with the arcade stick.
We are raising money for special effect in the first hour or so of this stream. Through Gameblast.
Every donation, guys.
Every donation you get entered into a prize draw as well.
Yours. We've all got our own little prizes. So Matt's got a duck and
a subscription to
Crunchyroll sub. Yeah, which is for a year, right?
3 months.
Did you say? Or is it a month?
3 months. So
3 months.
It'll cover
so
the
there
anime.
you go. That's your whole anime. Yep. Then I've got a limited edition Japanese Shenmue 1 for the Dreamcast with the jukebox soundtrack disc. That's pretty cool. And then Titch has got stickers, which you can see on my shelf.
And here,
And some
a set of 4 stickers sheets, all different designs, and a choice of 1 A5 print. And then I dropped a link earlier in the chat on which print you can choose, because there's less designs of prints than there are stickers, so yeah, that's why you have to choose on that one.
Hang on, I'll post it for you very quickly, and then I'll play some Hang On and embarrass myself.
I don't know why I keep saying yours.
There we are.
Go through that. Like I say a word and then I start saying it loads. Yeah, that link
Thanks,
there. You can pick a design.
For the £10.
Basically, there you go. I was going to say any donation counts. From like whatever the lowest is, quid to whatever you want. The insane Kitchen Brothers, £100 or whatever, that was daft. But amazing. All the same.
Play some Hang On.
That's okay. So Nudges, did you miss what we replied to you when we said something about how you're doing? We're doing well. Oh no, you must have seen that. Yeah, you probably didn't miss anything.
Right, let's give you
to be honest.
Hang On a go, shall we?
Yes.
Okay,
I think
Nudges,
that's
fair
a first.
play.
Cat back in my magazine.
She's clever, isn't she? She knows how to use a keyboard and everything.
You did say she was walking all over the keyboard, so.
Surprised she's not here now. As soon as she hears me talking, she comes.
I think I've ever seen her, have I?
Has
she popped up on one of your streams before?
I think she's popped up in one of my videos, but it was like a tail just wafting away at the bottom of the green screen.
She's not green, is she? That'd be a bit weird. Just a floating tail.
Yeah. Like she's a lot like Sylvester from Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes.
Is that black and white?
Right. Yeah, she's got the same tail.
Yeah. Middle of writing my Shamu review. That's good.
Ooh,
so,
very good.
A review of is it your first play or? It can't be because you did say no single playthrough is ever the same.
I remember watching.
So are you doing a Shenmue re-review?
I remember watching some of Nudge's playthrough. Ah, bugger! Bit of bloody blue bike, you bastard!
Is that recent though, Matt?
It was fairly recently. I can't remember. Cause last I saw he was on Shenmue 2, but I imagine finished it now. I'm having a shocker here. I keep crashing into bikes.
Oh, thanks, Peter. I can't believe how mad that's gone.
Ah, there we go. First
I
play
didn't
was
really
on...
want to link it in this chat. Let's just want to stick to donations. I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. you guys come back for the watch along stream, but yeah, it's going really well. Really pleased with that. It's my first written review. I've done my first playthrough on stream and second playthrough off stream. That's awesome, that is. So you're like a brand new fan, sir, Nudges.
God, shit.
I love getting. Send me when you finish your review. Send it me, and if I read it and it's like all good and stuff, and we've got space in Shenmue World issue 3, I'd love to stick it in there. With issue 3, this is like talking like a year away, but I'm trying to go for the theme of Shenmue 3. We've got some lovely Shenmue 3-esque covers already.
Oh, there's some good stuff being submitted already.
Yeah. Which I'm excited for. But I would like to try and theme it on Shenmue 3. So maybe, Sir Nudgies, if you like, I don't know if you played Shenmue 3 yet, but if you enjoy Shenmue 3 and you write a review about that, that might be something we could include in the next issue. Frank says, I think this is the only arcade game, or the only one of the arcade games she hasn't played on a real cabinet. I don't think I've played, actually, hang on like an actual... Or did I do it when I was in Japan?
I think I've done it once, a long time ago.
No, I think the one I did was... No, they had... Because I went that Kowloon arcade.
Oh, it's shut down now, hasn't it?
Kowloon. Yeah, unfortunately, but they had Space Harrier and Outrun. I don't think they had to hang on. So I've done them too. I've got an old photograph somewhere. I've got a photo of a photograph anyway. I know I could provide that if someone wants to see it. But of me about 6 or 7 years old or something sitting in an Outrun cabinet.
Oh man, Outrun cabs are great
awesome.
fun.
I think that was at Sega World. I'm pretty sure that was at Sega World.
Oh, at the Trocadero in Piccadilly, yeah.
Did you ever go? I don't know if I've asked you. Did you ever go?
I went as a kid, yeah. And there was one in Bournemouth as well.
Oh, you won't touch them. Such a shame. I wish we could all go back in time and just... Or it was still around now. We could all have a big meet up there.
Thanks, Nudges, for dropping in. We'll be on...
What was the one in Bournemouth, though? That wasn't like a proper...
It was a smaller version, basically, of Sega World.
It wasn't called Sega World, though, was it?
It was for... And then they changed it to something else, but it was called Sega World when I was a kid.
I know there must be a lot of people that have been, but I love hearing about people that have been to Sega World, because it's one of those places where it feels like you're one of the few that have experienced something.
Ah, the Namco Funscape's gone, Peter. It went a while... last year it went, didn't it?
I think it did, yeah. COVID bollocks on it again.
Took it down, yeah.
It's just a shame. That was one of your favourite places, wasn't it, Titch?
Was, yeah.
I remember you saying, yeah.
Damn.
There's,
How do you know some good arcades, though, still in London?
Yeah.
That one we went to, Matt.
Yeah, that was good. There's a,
Oh, yeah, there isn't there. Trafford Centre's got a Namco place. It's not too bad, that one, but I find... Actually, it is quite a good arcade, that, thinking about it.
There's a... I
was going to say, I find that they've filled it with those ticket machine.
There's a big one in Manchester, like a big old school retro arcade. And there's one in Milton Keynes, actually, as well. Yeah. That's really good.
Milton Keynes. Is that the one you were on about before?
Yeah, I was there last weekend, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's about an hour from me.
Joseph Kitchen says, no probs, appreciate your cause. It looks like George donated from my bank account. Appreciate that, Joe, anyway.
Yeah, Spags, that's exactly the same in Milton Keynes. You pay like an entry fee, then it's literally free play on everything for like 4 hours. That one in Manchester, though, it's got like all the proper like hang-on cabs, the sit-down outrun cab. It's got all the big, like proper big ones.
Isn't that the one Spags is on about, Bury?
Yeah, that's the one in Manchester. Yeah.
Yeah, Arcade Club.
Love to go there. £16 for 12 hours. That is insane. Well, at least this hang-on run's better as well. I haven't embarrassed myself.
Is one of them, Peter, in Star City in Birmingham? If anyone's been there, they had a Halo machine thing, a Tomb Raider one.
Really?
Yeah, it's just nice seeing like these brand new light gun games. Because I went in, I was surprised, to be honest, that they're still making these brand new light gun games, especially for like Halo and Tomb Raider.
I missed it.
Oh, dude.
That's the run over then. That's killed it.
But yeah, we should definitely do a arcade club meetup or something.
Yeah, we should. Let's happily go and do that. Once this anime stuff's out of the way.
Which is nice, a bit better than London.
Fuck it. Well, that was better than the last one. I'm annoyed though. I need some practice at hang on.
Too bad, Matt. Too bad.
Need some practice at hang on. I haven't played for ages, in fairness. What are we doing? Oh, we're alright. There's also... We went to Four Quarters, didn't we, in London?
Four Quarters, was that the one that we... Oh, yeah.
The one we went to first.
And they moved the Outrun machine, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gutted they'd moved that. But they had Sega Rally, so I'll take that.
What's a Shenmue-themed shot cocktail we can all do?
Bourbon?
To come up with one, wouldn't you? Like maybe like the 4 voodoo or something, and that might put 4 different things in there.
Cogs are turning now.
Milk and cola, yeah.
God. That'd be horrendous.
Just nailing shots of milk.
Because it was sit on your stomach.
This reminded me of this club I went to. Like, probably I must have been 18 or something. You know, when clubbing was all the rage.
Wee, clubbing.
Well, when you were young enough to go clubs.
I say now, I think they'd look at me and tell me to get out for being too old.
Yeah. But I remember someone doing something because they had a stage thing where they were doing like all the staff stuff, and there was, I don't know if they were necking like a big jug of milk or something. So obviously people are like proper levered in this club. So it's not a good mix, really. Like if you've got loads of beer in you, and then you're like doing a layer of milk inside your stomach.
Oh, that just sits on your stomach, and it's chunder central from there.
Like a pint of milk they were doing on stage for some reason. If someone could hold it in, they won something. I don't know.
Like I could drink a pint of milk, like when I've not been drinking beer or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But
a pint of milk, is that what you get on your doorstep? If you're in a little bottle, is that a pint?
I think it's around a pint, but yeah, I couldn't tell you for sure because I haven't seen a milk bottle in years.
I can't imagine necking a whole bottle of milk, like a glass bottle of milk. You know what I mean?
Doesn't. Oof, no. Especially not after beer or vodka or God knows what else you've been drinking. And you know, when you're young as well, you think, shots are a good idea.
I don't think I've ever been well after having a round of shots. So I always refuse them now. If someone says, let's have some flaming sambucas or something, I'm not game.
I remember I was alright actually in Monaco when I got pretty trashed that first night. I don't know how.
Did we do some shots there? In that Irish bar thing?
If we did, I don't remember doing the shots. I remember in Peter's room, I was drinking vodka, and quite a lot of it.
Vodka.
Hey, sheep.
Hey up, sheep. Was that your vodka, was it?
That was my vodka, yeah. We went to the shop.
Oh, your vodka. Yeah. I remember now.
Went to the shop and got some on the way in. I got fairly drunk by that point. And Yeah, I woke up fine. I don't know how I did it. It's probably because I was stuck on vodka. But I woke up fine the next day.
That was good, that was. And then we were at the Irish place.
Yeah,
and we stayed till it shut, didn't we?
I think I left before it shut because my flight was earlier. I can't remember what time my flight was.
We had an extra day, actually. We had an extra day in Nice.
Oh, yeah. Good idea, that.
Yeah.
I didn't have the leave.
It was a lot of fun.
I took my last day's holiday to go out there. So I had to fly back on the Sunday.
I think we were there for 3 days. We obviously we got the plane to Nice because did you get a plane to Nice?
Yeah, plane to Nice, and then I got the coach.
Yeah. I think you have to because there's no airport in Monaco or something. And then we had the afternoon there until night, I think, because we went to the Hard Rock in Nice. And I think we had a mess about on the beach. And then we got on a train, I think, to Monaco. And then I think we met up with everyone in Peter's room that night, didn't we?
Yeah, that was it. I was pretty...
Which was good fun.
I think when you turned up, I was definitely not sober.
That's just blowing my mind again, thinking how we came out and met Yu Suzuki.
Yeah, just in the fucking lobby.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Just in Peter's hotel lobby. I think that was right, Sheep. We were all there till the end or something, weren't we? Because I remember walking back with that Simon Mason or whatever his name was, the bloke from Deep Silver, was it? Or Cockney, do you want to
Simon Mafflin or his name? Or something? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Do shots with Yu Suzuki. I don't think... I can't... Well, he drinks wine, I suppose, doesn't he? I was going to say I can't picture Yu Suzuki drinking.
Him and Cedric like the red wine, apparently.
Name things back. Do you have a big game for going to one of these gaming events, Titch? Have you ever been to one, out of interest?
No, I'm jealous that you've managed to meet Yu Suzuki.
To be fair, it's the only one I've been to.
I did Eurogamer.
At least, internationally.
Yeah, internationally, that's the only one I've ever done.
Probably the best couple of days of my life. Outside of getting married. Just insane stuff. Mayflin.
Yeah.
Yes. That was him, yeah.
And Sheep, it was 3 years ago for us. I know they were out there every year from 2016 onwards, weren't they? In Monaco.
It was just starstruck, Joe. Anyone seemed super famous to me. You know, meeting people like you, meeting Ezra. That Simon guy, just as soon as we found out he worked, he was creating the... He told us that he was head of the collector's edition, or he was doing something special with the collector's edition of Shenmue, so it was it just seemed surreal to be speaking with him. I think it was me and that Alfonso.
Oh yeah.
We walked him back to his hotel. Yeah. Just hoping to get something out of him. And then he gave us, because I was showing him Suka Pass one time, if you remember. And he gave us his card or something. And he said, email me at this and we'll see if we can do something to help out or something. And then I emailed him and he never got back to me. So I don't know if you're watching, Simon, but just check your emails from 2 years ago.
Oh dear, that was...
It's come a long way since Suka Pass has as well.
Yeah, I remember you showing us that in Peter's room. It was
quite bare bones, yeah. You're showing bloody Yu Suzuki one up. He's look at these character profiles. He's like, what the fuck are you showing me here? Didn't we make this?
What are we doing time-wise? 10 past, right, okay.
10 past 7?
Yeah, so I'll give it another 5-10 minutes.
Just tell everyone about the donation thing again, man.
Yep, so for those of you who've just come into stream and just casually watching us lurking or whatever, we're the first half of the stream we are raising money for Gameblast 2022. It's an event for Special Effect, who are a charity who augment video game equipment so disabled young people and adults can join in the fun and play games. So they do like eye gaze technology, they'll design controllers, design all sorts of tech. Fantastic charity. Based about 15-minute drive up the road from me as well, which is rather convenient. And they're just damn good at what they do. So if you haven't already, anything helps. And if you do donate, you get into a prize draw to win one of 4 prizes. One which I've got here is a Tubs Duck and also a 3-month Zoo Crunchyroll. James has got behind him a Dreamcast copy of Shenmue 1, the Japanese version with the jukebox. And Titch has a sticker sheet and an A5 print. Thanks, Scribe, for diving in there with the $5. Thank you very much. And how's it going? Get you added in.
Love that. Confetti. What else have you got linked, Titch? Have you got like different things you can...
I had to rein it in. I thought I'll just leave it to the confetti because you can go overboard. I was going to put sound effects in and everything, but
Is that through your Stream Deck as well? So you've got it all sort of hooked up and press a button and away you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So the camera feed that you're seeing is OBS, and my Stream Deck's linked to that, and yeah, do all sorts. Yeah, I can run away quickly and put a little thing on.
See, I need to invest in this shit.
I think you should, Matt. It looks really cool. It's like one of those things when you go into someone's, or like when we've raided someone before, and then they're going like all mental and like there's like animations and gifs popping around and, you know, whoa, shouting and... I think you should.
I need to get one. They're really good because you can hook them up. You can hook them up to buttons, and it just does it all for you. And it's really clever. I don't got the time to do it.
Yeah, it does take a while, and I've got 2 because I found I was using it more out of streams as well. So I use it for editing, and you put macros in. You can get them to do anything pretty much.
See, that would be really helpful when I'm doing the podcast stuff. When I'm doing like the split screen things. Just press a button and away you go. That'd make my life so much quicker.
One of the things I do when I'm editing on Audacity, I've got it as a shortcut on my thing, but if I could have it as one button, that'd probably be even better. But it's like Control and slash or something I've got it set as, and that silences. So if I select a bit of audio, I can quickly silence that piece of audio. And
yeah, you could.
That's really clever. Yeah. You've got to take the time to set it up, haven't you? And
think about what would be useful to use.
Yeah, you can do multiple pages as well. So if you use up all 15, well, you'd set 14, then have one button as like a page skipper. So you probably get away with 1 Stream Deck, but I ended up with 2 because I liked it that much.
Oh.
There you go, James.
How much are they? I might look into it at some point.
So I sound like a salesperson now. So there's a version 1, which has like an adjustable stand and a cable that's permanently connected to it. But the second version's got a fixed stand and it's USB-C that you can take in and out. But visually, they both look the same. So I've got one of each. And there's not really much difference between them in terms of functionality or anything like that. So yeah, the first one feels better built than the second one because I think it's made out of metal. So I think they're about £120.
Okay.
I mean, I paid for my Elgato. It was about £100 when I bought my Elgato. So it's actually not that bad when you consider it. And if you use it all the time, it's worth every penny.
Yeah, it's one of those one-off payments. If you do it, it's done with, and then you'll use it forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was my justification anyway. But I do find myself using it for all sorts. So for example, like in The Sims, there's a lot of cheat codes and things that are really long to type. So you can just set a button that enters the text for you, and you don't have to type anything. So it's great if you're lazy.
Sound good?
See,
Let's find the uses for it.
I need something like that. That would be ideal. Absolutely ideal. Oh, apparently Simon Mathis.
I've seen your message, by the way, Joe.
Head of all global communication strategy.
Yeah.
I reckon we should phone him right now on stream.
What would you want out of him, though? I mean, the thing with the Suka Pass thing, I don't know. I don't even know what I was wanting from that situation anyway, because we've done it all ourselves. It's not like it needs to, I think it was more to get it on the App Store, I think. Like the actual Apple App Store. So we didn't have to do the roundabout way of like test flight. But it's all free anyway, so it's not like it's anything we need to worry about. We're doing it and it's working, so
it's spot on.
Don't they have an app you can turn an iPad into a Stream Deck as well?
Yes, I'm sure I've seen that. I think, can you use it on your phone as well? Yeah, so that's really clever.
That's where I started. Yeah, because I thought I'll give it a go on my phone and see if it's any good. I think you can get like a free trial, and within the first day I was like, oh, this is great, this is perfect. So I just got one. So it's worth a go on your phone.
Yeah, I can imagine the physical one feeling better.
You get like the satisfaction of pressing a button and it does exactly what you want.
Yeah, and all the lights and things, and you can animate them as well, but I'm pretty boring. Mine are just black and white, but I put GIFs on them and all sorts.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what Casey's got in his background? Have you seen that map? He's got like a little device thing behind him, and it's got GIFs of like Sonic and stuff popping up on.
Could well be. Because that's quite good. Literally, you just set it all up, and then, like you say, you get raided, you whack a button, bang. Now, I don't have the skill to make the animations, but you know, just might get like something I made in Paint sort of thing. So thank you. That'd be about it. But
I tell you what would be good. I was thinking about this for my own channel, but it would never change because I don't get many subscribers. But you know those subscriber things where it automatically increases when you get a new sub. That'd be sick for the dojo, wouldn't it? Imagine if that was behind you, Matt.
Yeah.
Or on your wall there, that little white space there. And every time someone subscribes on YouTube or something, it pings up. And I think you can set it like an animation, you know, like those old-fashioned. I don't think they're digital clocks, but it's like the one I'm thinking of is like the one Bill Murray's got in Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah,
you know, it flicks like the white with the black letter on it goes. You know.
James, you've got a question about Shenmue World in the chat. I'll let you take that one.
Lids, hi Shenmue Dojo. Just a quick question. I backed Shenmue World Issue 1 and 2 bundle a few minutes back, and I was wondering when you would need. Oh, don't worry about that. At the end of the Kickstarter, so there's like 29 days left, which is it's crazy, really. We're over 10,000 of the 15,000 goal, which is insane after like 4 hours. So as soon as that green line, the funding line, reaches the end, and it's like guaranteed to be a thing, and the 29 days are over, so don't worry about it for like a month, and then I will, because I physically got to say something my end. I've got to post a survey which seeks everyone's addresses at that point, so just watch out for that. Just make sure, because I know with issue 1 a few people were getting them in the junk. So there was a few people that missed, and I can actually see who's responded to the surveys. So if after like 2 weeks or however long it gives people to fill those surveys in, I see that you missed it. I went around messaging everyone, and if no one replied via the messages, I've even got your email address, I think, from the backer report thing. So I started like manually emailing everyone to make sure they'd seen the survey. Otherwise, I can't do anything without your address, of course. So yeah, just don't worry about it for the time being. Hopefully that answers your question. You'll get it eventually.
I'm going to do this QTE.
Well, thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for backing the 1 and 2 bundle.
I'm going to do this QTE, and then I'm going to call it. We'll do the draw for the stuff.
So if anyone wants to make a last-minute contribution, special effect there. We've met a goal anyway, which is awesome, the £200 goal. But if you want to just drop us anything to get in this giveaway that Matt's going to run in a moment. So again, just in case you're new, like Lids, you might not have seen this, but if you donate to Special Effect via that link above, you'll run with the chance of winning this copy of Shenmue 1, Japanese Dreamcast, with the Jukebox soundtrack CD. Matt's got a 3-month Crunchyroll subscription, which covers the whole series of the anime if you're interested in watching the anime on Crunchyroll. And he's also got Tubbs Duck, you know, the Ryo Hazuki Tubbs Duck.
Yep.
And then Titch, if I'm pointing the right way there, has got posters, A5 prints and some sticker sheets there.
Excellent. So yeah, if you don't,
4-pack.
You donate, you get entered in. You've got about a minute. And Vivi, yes, we are going to be doing episode 4 of the anime at 8 o'clock. What I will be doing in a minute, I'll explain it all with the stream. But first and foremost, let me do the draw. Last minute donations, because otherwise is going to be...
Yeah, just give everyone like a couple of minutes, Matt, just because I've only just put that link there.
Give them a couple of minutes.
Or if someone's saying like, hang on, I'm donating now.
Yeah.
Or something, maybe. Frank is going to get your new mug, Titch.
Woo! I haven't got it with me. Damn it.
Peter. Probably hear my PC pulling out.
We're looking forward to episode 4 in a bit, Matt.
We are.
Like half an hour away, aren't we, really? Which is crazy.
Yeah, just around half.
We're just going to have a break anyway.
Yeah, so while people sort themselves out, what I'm going to do is, in the half an hour break, I'm going to play the first half of GDC 2014 for any of those who want to watch it. There'll be a countdown in the bottom right as well, so you can see when we're coming back. And then what I'll do is I'll quickly restart the stream so that everybody gets the alert that we're back on. And then we will watch the anime from 8 o'clock. Wow, just around 8 o'clock. Do the reaction to all of that, and then we'll be recording the podcast straight afterwards. So it's been a long old day, but we'll go through the Shenmue news in the second half of the stream, basically. And James has got some exciting bits and pieces to show you. But
that'd be helpful. That'll prep me for the podcast because I haven't really thought about news.
But we'll cover all of that shortly.
So just a chance to have a little think.
I'm now going to do the draw, so just bear with me while I find my web browser on here. And hope it actually has a window capture of what I want. No, it does not.
Okay, let's do the draw then, Matt.
There we go.
And appreciate everyone that donated.
So we've got 4 prizes to give away. The first will be the Tubbs Duck. I'll just go in order.
4, 5, 6. We've got 6 people, so you've got a really, really high chance of winning something. Tubbs Duck, this is for.
So Spags has won himself a Tubbs.
Spags. Have you got a Tubbs Duck yet, Spags? Because if not, you've got one. He doesn't actually have one. Sick, man.
There you go. You got a Tubbs Duck. Ping us your address in this via DM, Spags. That's
you
fine.
Remove his name?
I can. So.
Or are we letting people win double?
No. So now it goes up.
No. Sorry, Spags.
I'm glad Abdullah's not here to win everything.
I know.
So next, this is for the 3 months on Crunchyroll.
Okay. Ooh. That's Mike's getting that.
Mike Franz has won that.
You still in the chat, Mike?
If you're... I mean, he does pop into our anime stuff as well, so we'll cover this again. But if everybody can message us either on Twitter or the forums or wherever you can get hold of us, then we'll make sure that things get to you. So I will DM this code over. Remove. Next is the Dreamcast Shenmue 1, the Japanese version.
Okay, let's see who wins this.
Scribe has won that. George's bank account has just donated $25. Thank you very much.
I like that naming. Thanks.
And then, last but not least,
did you do that one, Joe? Just used his bank account to
vengeance. Is vengeance. Yeah. And then last, but by no means least, we have the sticker sheet and A5 print from Titch.
Nudges.
And Nudges has won that, and I know he was hanging around lurking in the chat, so we'll grab him later. So all you winners, if you get your addresses over to us either via DM on Twitter or if you've got us privately anyway, then please go ahead and contact us. So what's going to be happening now is I'm going to put GDC 2014 on for about half an hour-ish. We'll then restart.
You have to mute me, Mike, I reckon.
We'll restart the stream because James and I need to get some food. And Titch needs to go and make the notes for the podcast because otherwise we will be an incoherent mess.
Like we were in the stream.
Yeah, pretty much.
The long portions.
And then we'll be back at 8 o'clock to then start the anime watch along where James and I will be going in completely and utterly blind as we have been for the last few weeks. So please no spoilers in the meantime.
I just thought we had the voice of Knuckles in the chat then. Idris, what his name is.
We just set the timer.
My accounting business is taking off, apparently. If I ever become a millionaire, I'm funding Shenmue 4.
Do it.
So that's a promising message, isn't it, there?
Do it now.
I don't know if you backed the Kickstarter yet, Idris. Jokes.
Right, start the timer on the background. What are we at? Yeah, 37. So actually if I do 35 minutes. Right, so thank you everybody who's joined in the first half of this stream. We're going to be back in around about half an hour for the anime watch along, so do stick around. I will send out notifications for everybody for the stream anyway, so if you have missed it or whatever, dropped off, then you'll get it. I also want to thank Titch for taking the time to join us for this charity stream and also for the prizes and also for the insane amount of note-taking that she's going to be doing in the next couple of hours.
And your own big donation as well.
And your massive donation in there as well. So thank you very much.
Really cool.
And James, I will... thank you, Titch, for joining. And James, I will see you in about half an hour's time and see everybody else in about half an hour's time. See you in a bit.
See you very soon, guys.
Bye.
Right, let's sort this out while it goes wrong.
Isn't too bad.
Father! Stay back.
You can't hear us while we come anymore. No, okay, good. Whew. Started off a bit slow.
For the last time. Where is the mirror?
Just glad a few people back. Not backed. Now they can hear us.
Fight. Okay. Don't you dare touch her.
Instantaneous judgments will affect your fate.
So you know about Landy. Just who the hell is he?
Every experience will differ from another.
I'll only tell you if you prove stronger than me.
Vast area, enormous number of characters.
If Landy gets that mirror, no one can stop him.
Is this a game?
Father! Keep friends. Those you love.
An emergence of a true, fully interactive game. step into another reality. Shenmue.
Hello everyone, I am Yu Suzuki. Today I'd like to talk about the development of Shenmue. Thank you for making time for this session. After I joined Sega in 1983, I focused primarily on creating arcade games. I made the sort of game you see on the screen right now. At that time, the ideal average play length for an arcade game was 3 minutes. And the essence of the game must be concentrated in these 3 minutes. After developing these titles, I decided to make a console game that would have no such time limit. Usually, I don't play games that much, and I've really only had experience with 1980s art adventure games, so I began to research the RPGs made in the 1990s. When I see these late 1980s games, I get so nostalgic. There was a dream here. When I began my playtest of these RPGs, I saw that the walking animation would not stop when the player became stuck on a wall, and that it was not possible to talk to an NPC without pointing directly at it. I immediately became dissatisfied and saw various problems. Fixing these points of dissatisfaction became the basis of planning my next title. Through this playtest and research, I was able to decide the structure of the game, after which we began to use Sega Saturn to do a prototype of an RPG. It was entitled The Old Man and the Peach Tree. We tested what was needed to support full 3D graphics, collision, clipping, and the like. We also experimented with character control, camera, events, puzzles, and our conversation system. Let me explain the style of plot that we used for this prototype. A man who appears to be a martial arts master is basking in the sun. Taro, who is the player character, asks the man if he knows Master Ryu. The man replies that he wants to eat a peach, and if Taro brings him a peach, then he will tell him. So the first part of the quest is to find a peach tree. Now there is an apple tree near the gate where they are. Taro can't reach the apples, so he borrows a stick from the gatekeeper, gets an apple, and Taro gives this apple to the man. But the man then says again that he wants to eat a peach, and he gets upset. I'm going to save time here and cut to the middle of the story. At the end, children are gathered around the man and cheering him on. Taro approaches quietly, and an in-game cinematic starts. The old man is skipping stones across a lake. Every time the stone hits the water surface, it hits a fish. So fish are floating belly up in the water. The children are so happy to get fish with their dinner. The man is hitting 2 or 3 fish with one stone. After witnessing this extraordinary spectacle, Taro is now certain that the man is Mr. Ryu. The story had this type of feeling to it. This became the basic foundation of the game. In 1996, using the results of this prototype as a basis, we began making a concrete plan for the game. The goal was to use the Virtua Fighter engine to create a full 3D RPG, where it would be possible to fight multiple opponents at once. Here are the features. Create a full-size RPG in full 3D. Use recorded voices to give the characters more reality. Take a cinematic approach to increase the level of emotional involvement. Support battles with multiple characters at once. Using the Virtua Fighter IP, use the combat engine and character motion. This would allow us to use the existing motion for Akira, Lao, Pai, and the other characters. Since China was the setting, Chinese Kempo could be used in the game. And we chose Akira as the hero. My 1993 trip to China ended up having a large influence on the story. This is the pre-pro for 96. That is me looking so young there. It's quite embarrassing. So this is Bajikwan style. I found it to be very impressive karate. In order to learn about reversal techniques, I visited the Shaolin Temple. After that, I visited a Bajikwan grandmaster named Wu. The grandmaster drank too much sake in welcoming me, and his Bajikwan style turned into drunken master style. And it became like this. When sparring with me, he failed to stop his attack in time. And I ended up falling head first to the stone floor and getting a big lump on my head. When I think back, it's such a great memory. This is the Shaolin Temple in the upper left. In the middle, you can see the Great Wall. In the towards the bottom, it's red. You can see a bicycle taxi, which is rather unusual. These are steamed meat buns. This is a butcher. And he's selling an entire pig. The impressions that China made on me were very strong. Later, they became the basis for the story of Shenmue. Next, I created a plot with 4 acts: introduction, development, denouement, and conclusion. The themes I used were sadness, departure, fight, and starting afresh. The first act theme was sadness. Akira faces the death of his father and other setbacks. The second act theme was departure. Akira overcomes his grief and travels to China. The third act theme was fight. Akira has a fierce battle with Randy and ultimately is victorious. The final act theme was starting afresh. Akira has lost his purpose and begins a new journey with a friend. After I created this 4-act story, I created an orchestral suite with 4 corresponding movements. I brought in a scenario writer, just played the music for him, and asked for a more detailed story. Then I began to create the game scenario. I was concerned that if only game developers were involved, we might be too literal in our approach. So I brought in a screenwriter, a movie director, a playwright, and others for what I called borderless development. Every week we had an offsite at Sushi Marina. After a long battle between the game developers and the filmmakers and the like, we had completed scenarios for 11 chapters of a game. However, as a result of creating a more detailed story and game events, we started to lose track of the main storyline. We decided to think of this as a novel and to strengthen the world feel and the degree of drama. Next. We created 11 illustrations, 1 for each of the chapters in the novel, so that the game team would have a unified image of the game. I shared the orchestration, the novel, and the concept art with them. This is concept art for Akira, the hero of the game. In order to express the personal growth as a result of the journey to China and the interactions of many people, we chose to depict Akira younger than his true age. And for the soft look we were looking for, we illustrated many different concepts. This is the first time I am showing anyone this stuff. Here is the actual concept art for the several chapters. This is what we called our map image. The first location is Hong Kong. Your translator has failed you. Apologies. However, each of the 11 chapters is linked to a location in China. Up to this time, the game had been targeted for the Saturn console. In 1997, I decided to target the next Sega console. This shows the plan at the time. At that time, the next console had not yet been named the Dreamcast. So we referred to it as the next generation Saturn. Because we were making this as a console game with no limits on playtime, I thought about the features that would be possible in a more leisurely game. I wanted 5 hours of movie scenes for my very particular style of cinematic approach. 4 hours of multi-opponent battles. as I wanted to have wider arenas and freer combat than Virtua Fighter. 4 hours of searching, because if it's an RPG, you're definitely looking for items. Because we imagined the environment would be very large, 8 hours of movement and conversation. Because it is a story about martial arts, 4 hours to study and train. 4 hours in the forests and underground dungeons. 4 hours in the interconnects and travel between chapters. I was thinking of a structure where the players could return to places that they'd visited and continue to play. In total, 45 hours. From the start, I was thinking about a game that could be played for a long time without getting tired of the gameplay. This concept developed over time and led us to open-world gameplay. At this time, the Dreamcast had not yet been released. This slide shows the anticipated spec of the console. Therefore, it is not exactly the spec of the actual Dreamcast. It was my personal prediction. We designed the precise feature set of Virtua Fighter RPG to specifically match this hardware specification. In 1998, I changed the title of the game. According to our initial plans, we would release the first two of the first two of the 11 chapters as the first game. However, the open-world gameplay that we were planning had turned out to be more than initially anticipated. And in addition, in order to be a Dreamcast killer application, a brand new game title would be advantageous. So I changed the title and switched to releasing each of the 11 chapters as an individual game. What was Virtua Fighter RPG Akira's story now became Shenmue Chapter 1 Yokosuka. In addition to the change of platform and the change of game title, I did a rethink of the game design. The new keywords were leisurely, fully, and gently. And there were 4 main features to the gameplay: open world, cinematic, QTE, and free battle. The first keyword was open world. Rather than following one theme, I wanted the player to be able to freely choose within types of play. For that reason, a vast city, sub-stories, sub-quests, and mini-games were required. We would need to place shops, clerks, passerby, and the like, and be
I have a question. When will Shenmue 3
今のは役が必要じゃないですね。I really want to. Of course, I want to make.
I wanted to make the movie scenes in real-time CG so as to support quick changes in tuning. I targeted increasing the quality of the gameplay scenes to eliminate the difference in quality between game and movie scenes. Another goal was to seamlessly switch between gameplay scenes and movie scenes. The third keyword was QTE. Here, the goal was fusion of gameplay and movie. These are interactive events that can match the movies in visual quality and fit within the story flow. The target was to make these scenes easy to play even for game players who are poor at timing puzzles. By changing the difficulty automatically based on the number of failures, we were able to target a broad range of users. Here is a QTE video. Yes, this is also very nostalgic. The fourth keyword was free battle. I wanted to have large battle areas with combat between one and many. Virtua Fighter is one-to-one, so I wanted more free gameplay. To ensure the acceleration of battle, it would be necessary to select opponents and attacks without stress. Also, seamless switching of intro movies, QTEs, and ending movies would be needed. We also targeted increasing the quality of automatic camera tracking during the free battles. This is one of the movies. The next topic is data compression. Vast amounts of data are required to achieve this kind of open world. With the compression technology available at the time, 50 or 60 CD-ROMs would have been required. As you can't actually ship a product that uses 50 CD-ROMs, we targeted launching on 3D ROMs, so we needed to work on a variety of new compression algorithms. Magic Maze. With the Magic Maze technique, first we prepare multiple varieties of tree trunks, branches, and leaves. Then, based on environment parameters such as type of tree, age of tree, amount of sunlight, direction of wind, and so on, we synthesize various tree instances. And we use these various parameters. In the same way, flowers and rocks can be created. This makes it possible to have very high compression rates. This is a maze made with this automated technique. The area of the field is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, but it does not take particularly much more data than a smaller area. Next topic is the magic rooms. It has been torn down now. But there used to be an area of Kowloon City in Hong Kong that looked like this. I wanted to enter all of the rooms in this building. This led to a unit-based form for data compression for buildings. Rooms, corridors, junctions, doors, windows, and so on were the units. Next topic is Magic Room. For our Magic Room system, we built a program that simulated the thought process of the interior designer. Using the data for chairs, beds, bookcases, kitchens, and other items, the AI constructs a layout that matches the shape of the room. The system also ensures that the player can traverse the rooms properly in search for items and builds a collision database.